So knowing that you've got the same training platform that these guys have is pretty surreal, actually. Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. About to head out for day 3, and so far my foot seems to be doing okay. I can't fasten my shoe very tight, but I'm managing to get by and to deal with it and still ride. That's the main thing. I'm not too sure what's going on with the camera. The lens cap won't open. Open! So whilst the camera fixes itself, been riding for about an hour and a half now. I've got 4 hours to do today. I'm just cruising along the side of this mountain here. It's absolutely insane. There we go. Oi, we'll check out this view. So this is actually only my first time training in Calpe in Spain, but it's quickly becoming one of my favourite places in the world that I've been to ride my bike. And it's great being here training on the same roads as the World Tour pros. So far today I've seen Brambilla, and I've also seen Sylvain-Dillier and many other World Tour pros. And just knowing that you're training on the same roads that those guys are training on is it's pretty cool.
On the bright side, yeah. On the bright side, yeah. One day caught that brand new Benz way. Hometown asking in my wrist, yeah. Repetition from my chest, that's a bench press. Studio, we chillin', are we making hits, yes. Waiting for the...
So there's a few more guys that have arrived and that are staying in the villa that I'm staying in. I rode out with those guys this morning, did an hour out to the Col de Rats climb. I've just left Rory, he's doing some FTP efforts. I'm gonna do like a 1 hour loop back down to the bottom of that climb. And if I've timed it well, we should both arrive there at the same time. Now, hey, finally, we're at the top of the climb. We're at an elevation of 780 meters. That's about what, 2,500 feet? So I've been riding for about 2 hours, and it's pretty much just been uphill all the way. In 2 hours, we've done 1,300 meters of elevation. I think today is going to be quite a hilly ride. But now it's time to descend back down the other side of this mountain.
Welcome to my life, welcome to my life, yeah. Welcome to my life, welcome to my life, yeah. On the bright side, yeah, this music here became my only lifeline. Think I'm going crazy, I'm not in my right mind, yeah. Welcome to my life, welcome to my life. Save some lights from these notes, baby bite in my flow. I don't need a Grammy trying to bring to life what I wrote. I don't drive, I just coast, don't get high, I just flow. I be chillin' with my homies, breaking bread, it's time we eat, yeah. So I haven't pulled the camera out too much today, purely for the simple fact that I've been I have been suffering today pretty badly. I think just from the simple fact of having 8 days off before coming to Spain and then like jumping straight back into proper training. We did 3 hours yesterday, 4 hours today. There's a little bit of a hit to the body, and I feel like I'm paying for it right now. I'm just coming up to 4 hours now. I've got about 5 or 10 minutes home, and I feel like I'm at that border where, you know, just before you bonk. So I think I'm just gonna try and get home in one piece.
You can take the boy out of Lancashire. Alright, so I wanted to answer a couple of questions about my Colnago, not Colnago. About my Colnago that people were asking me in the previous vlog. Actually, first off, why do you have an Irish passport? Because I was born and raised in Ireland. I'm an Irish national, and because of that, it makes me eligible to own an Irish passport. I actually own both. I have dual citizenship between the UK and Ireland, and I figured just in case shit hits the fan post Brexit, I can always have my Irish passport. I can always be an EU citizen, just in case shit hits the fan, just in case. Plus I also won't need to get a visa to go training to Spain. Anyway, first question, will you be racing with those wheels? No, the wheels that are on the bike are just training wheels. I can't say just yet what we will be racing on, but no, they are not my race wheels. Do you realise it's pronounced Colnago, not Colnago? My apologies, I will be better. And finally, will the team be issuing you time trial bikes as well? No, just the road bikes, because there's no races that the team are doing, like as a team, that's going to require us to have a time trial bike, and therefore the team doesn't need to supply them. The only time trials I'm going to be doing next year are like the local club town, which I may just do on my road bike, because me personally, I don't do time trials to be competitive. I do them more for the training purpose. Now I'm living away from home for a little bit. I've got to do grown-up things like do my own shopping. I've got my hood up this morning because I seriously need a haircut. I've got a rest day in 2 more days, and on that rest day I'm going to go into Calpe, I'm going to go into town and try and find a hairdresser, which may be a tricky situation in itself, explaining to a Spanish hairdresser what I want doing to my hair. That's another problem for another day. It's actually the following morning now, and these videos might be a little bit shorter whilst I just sort of get settled in and figure a few things out. But to end today's video, I thought I would quickly talk about my experience of training in Calpe so far. I've been here for 3 days, and in those 3 days I've done around 8 hours of training, so I feel like I'm starting to get a feel for the roads and see, like, kind of get a general feel of the area. And the first point I will make is if you are worried that Calpe isn't hilly enough, then your thinking is wrong. It's incredibly hilly here. On my second day here, my first proper ride, I did 48 miles and 5,000 feet of climbing. Yesterday I did 75 miles with around 6,000 feet of climbing, which is about 2,000 meters. So there's plenty of climbs to go over. Now apparently you can head down the coast and it's much flatter. So if you want to do a flat training session, I would head down the coast, although I haven't yet done that. I've just gone in towards the hills. One of my strengths, I feel, lies in the hills, in climbing, so I'll probably spend quite a lot of my time in the hills working on my climbing. Also, the hills are great for doing intervals and efforts because you've got that constant resistance against you. The Calpe town itself, we're actually situated about 1.5 kilometers in a villa away from like the seafront, but the town itself seems pretty nice. It's like any typical European holiday destination during the winter. It's much quieter. Like, the only people here are a few locals, and the majority of people seem to be British expats, which is fine. And because there's plenty of British expats here, like, all the shops and all the restaurants seem to be open, but it's just a lot quieter, which is kind of a nice thing. And finally, as I mentioned earlier on in this video, like, you're training here in the same roads as like the world champion, as Sylvain Dillier, as like hundreds of world tour pros are here at the minute. So knowing that you've got the same training platform that these guys have is pretty surreal, actually, and it kind of gives you no excuses to train hard and perform well. But guys, that's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a thumbs up, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Peace.
I'll be texting with destiny about time that we meet. She ain't bout it for you, I bet she's bout it for me. For real, on the bright side.